Shalom. Koholo Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahahakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. My name is Barad Debal, coming to you from the GMS campus, Indianapolis. And to all those listening and learning to you, I say Shalom. Especially to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Just going into the book of John, 1 John chapter 2, verse 15 through 17, spiritual thoughts. And it reads, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him." So, of course, this present age, which is ruled by Esau, Edom, so-called white man, is temporal. Everything that is a part of this world, current present world, is but for a moment. Let me get this. This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 18. He says, "While we look not at things that are seen," so the things that we currently see, you see right now, there's wars, rumors of wars. We have the economic or tax wars with the tariffs between, of course, the United States and all the countries. But right now, mainly China, you have still an increase in violence in the streets, family unaliving each other. You have teachers as being more increased of messing around with children. Mainly, it's a lot of women teachers, Edomite women teachers that are showing. A few Jakes in there, sprinkled in there, but are messing with children. You have a lot of infighting, sedition among men, people that are upset because of the selection that they made, and how things have changed with Trump since January 20th. And he's continuously increasing things, jobs, people getting laid off from their job. Companies are going under. Prior to that, CEOs were leaving companies. Farming has been a major issue. Then we also know that Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, is visiting the world in which he made, with over 100 plus tornadoes that have hit since the Passover. Which was, back in March. So then we got, while we look not for the things which are seen, but the things that are not seen. And what are the things that are not seen? And when you actually think about our faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. We are looking forward to a kingdom. We're looking forward to Yahushua returning, putting an end to this present wicked system, the conditions in which his people, starting with the elect, are in. Because the only hope we have is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And which is this truth. All right. It says, "For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal." So the kingdom to come, all right, where dwelleth righteousness. Okay, let me get that. This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 13. Actually, I'm going to go up. He says, verse 12, "Looking for and hastening into the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. See, we're looking forward to the destruction of this present evil world. We're looking forward to things tightening up to the point where the famine, the sedition, where people are completely going mad out in the streets, to the point where then the nations build up to the point where the nations shoot forth those missiles. Like Yahushua said, a fire will be kindled, upon his return. And those missiles get shot. Not to mention, don't fail to mention the MOTB, the mark of the beast, when they start to implement this digital system where they are going to cause all small, great, rich, poor, free, and blind to place a kuragma, all right, a mark, a chip within their right hand or their forehead. And so these things, which is that hour of temptation, we're looking forward to many of these things happening, those who are of righteous minds, of the elect. Because these happening, we know first and foremost that the Most High word is true and that it's coming to pass. And then secondly, which goes hand in hand, is that we're that much closer to Yahushua's returning and bringing forth salvation and having that righteousness that we're looking forward to. It says, where the heavens shall being on fires, meaning this current rulership. Okay. And it says, and shall be dissolved and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, the elect, according to his promise, look for a new heaven and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. So we're looking for the new heaven and the new earth. That's where our mind is, right? Yahushua said, where your treasures is, there will your heart be also. And our mind and our treasures are in the heavens. Okay, we're looking forward to a kingdom where there's no more crying. I was actually posted the video within the chat amongst the brothers. It's like soon and very soon we're going to see the king. And one has said it was no more crying there, no more dying there. Pretty much talking about everlasting bodies, everlasting life, living in peace, harmony. All right. And so this is what, somewhat provoked that spiritual thought. Back to John, verse 16. It says, for all that is in the world, this current present age, all right, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eye and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. Because everything, again, all this stuff is temporal. People are very fickle, emotional. They feel good 1 minute, and within seconds they turn and change. That's why you see, because they don't have the commandments, that they could be at a gathering at one moment, and then within seconds, when you talk about, especially with Jake, within moments at a party, it can become tragic very quick. This is the vibration that's throughout the whole entire earth at any given moment. But there's the lust of the flesh, the pride of life. You have people that they're thinking more about themselves. I always bring out the Timothy when he says, in the last days, perilous times shall come. Well, men will be lovers of themselves more than the Most High. Again, you got people doing these augment changes of their bodies, BBLs and knee implants to knee lengthening or leg lengthening implants. Not happy with what the Lord has given them at the present moment. Not understanding that pretty soon we'll have new bodies and we'll be perfect. He knows exactly the specs, that each and every person will have in the kingdom, and it's going to be completely righteous, and we're going to be completely happy. But it says, and like I said, the pride of life, people getting, I was just reading, Tariq Hill, which was for the Dolphins, and football player, well known, was with his girl roughly like 2-3 years. They had a baby, and already right after the marriage, he filed for a divorce, and then they had an argument, and the very next day, she filed for divorce. So again, I bring that up because again, people, when it comes to relationships and loyalty, there's no loyalty. There's no really. You can barely find people that could that are in relationships, more than 5, maybe 10 years that can really stick around. You can barely find friendships that are that long. People are in the mindset of getting what they can out of you and burning the bridge and moving on. But that, again, that's the spirit, that's a vibration that Esau Edom has going throughout the whole entire earth. See, they know that they have but a short time, so they're moving fast and they're making changes. And while these things are happening, that vibration, like I said, as the rulers are, so are the people. The people are in that same stead. Let me gather and get what I can while I can get it. What Too Short said, getting while the getting is good. Sure, it was somebody else probably coined that. But he said, getting while the getting it is good. And so no one's really thinking about the future as far as Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, but the men of the Lord, the one that he has chose to come into this thing. So again, the lust of the eye, what you people wants to see, the pride of life, white houses, marriage, picket fences, those things are all done. Like the Lord said, we should be as pilgrims upon the earth. Be as though you have none. Whether you married, be as though you don't. If you're not married, if you have a job, if you have a home, if you have kids, wife, husband, be as though you have none. Why? Because at any given moment, things can change. People can be here today, one day, and gone tomorrow. You can have your house one day, and just like these tornadoes will blow through, and you could have no home. The deportations that are going on. You have another, like I said, with a whole other nation in control that have no care about the people, especially the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. If they don't have care of themselves, how much more those who are not of their nation? And they're quick to round you up with the deportations and send you off and put you in a place that with deadly criminals, allowing you to come in, and then sending an email to like 900,000 plus who they made these agreements with, to then tell them to self-deport. Verse 17, and the world passeth away, this current present age passes away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. So those that are doing the will of the Heavenly Father, the elect of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, will continue on. And we hope, of course, those that are start with the men of GMS, head apostles and elders, Great Millstone, those that teach the likewise doctrine. We hope this begins there, with those men, because these are the ones in which the vast majority of people have learned from. So I hope that this lesson was edifying, uplifting, exhorting of some sort, to understand that, this is but for a moment. If we just continue to hold on to our faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, that pretty soon we'll be in the kingdom, and things will be, we'll be in a more righteous, a more upstanding, a more positive light. So I hope this lesson was edifying unto the elect body of true believers. Before I end, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha Hakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. Until next time, all those listening and learning to you, I say, Shalom.